Okay, so for this graph we're going to draw this video rather, we're going to draw a price searcher making short run losses but actually staying open in the short run. So just a reminder about price searcher or monopolistic competition markets. They also have many small firms in a large market, and there are no barriers to enter or exit, just like the price taker. But for this price searcher graph, the only difference is that the products differ slightly. So for this example, we're going to use a bakery. So price searchers, there are many small firms. So we'll take, for example, the bakery. Another individual may open up a similar bakery, but their products will differ slightly from mine. And what's also different between the price taker and the price searcher is that the price taker has to deal with the world market price, and they have to take that price, but for the price searcher graph, you don't need to do that. So we're going to first draw the individual firm, which is going to be my bakery. So we'll draw that in here, and we'll label our axes. So we have our price over here, our quantity, and then we'll also label it. So Jessica's Bakery. So we have to put in here our demand curve, which is vertical, diagonal in this case, which differs from the price taker graph, which had a horizontal demand curve. And then we've got our marginal revenue, and then we'll put in our average total cost curve. I'm going to use red for the average total cost. That in there. We also have to draw our marginal revenue, or rather our marginal cost. Don't want that. So our marginal cost curve is going to be blue, and we'll label this. And then we also are going to put in our average variable cost curve. So for this example, we'll put, I don't know what I'm doing, we'll put the average variable cost curve right about there. Probably a little bit low. Need the curve tool. So we'll draw this one again, put it right there, drag it down, and this is going to be our average variable cost curve. So just like the other price taker graph, we have to always find where MR is equal to MC, where they meet. So right in this area, we'll go down and we'll find Q star. And we'll label that point. And then once from Q star, you have to go up and find where it meets the demand curve, where the price is. So we have to find that cost, per unit cost. So we'll go up to the demand curve and then over to the left. So this is going to be the price that will be set at this quantity, and then we're going to go up from Q star to the ATC to find our per unit cost. So we'll just continue up from here, go up to average total cost, and then over to the left to find our per unit cost, which we'll label C, which is right about there. And then we're also going to, for this case, to show how even though we're making losses, we're going to be staying open in the short run. We're going to go up from Q star to our average variable cost, and we're going to draw that that cost as well. So, and we'll label that like C. label that C2. So this is showing why you would want to stay open in the short run, because even though we're making losses, I'm going to show where the loss is. So this is all a loss in through here, because your average total costs are above what you would be receiving from customers for the price that was set at that quantity. What is it doing? This is why I'm a business major and not an art student, because I can't draw. And then I'm going to just show this right here. So your average variable cost is still below right here. So this is why you would want to remain open in the short run, just because your average variable costs are still below the price that was set at the demand curve for this individual firm. So since you have your variable costs are still lower than your average total cost, you're still making technically some profits, even though your overall total costs are exceeding your revenues. So this is why the price searcher firm would be staying open, because their average variable costs are lower than the price, which means that they can be making some money technically with their average variable costs, but they are definitely making losses because their average total cost curve is higher than the price that was set with the demand curve. So in the next video, I'm going to draw a price searcher graph making zero economic profit, so you will see that one shortly.